Teacher talking sports, what it does, what it do, how we live. And it's never a good thing when a professional sport undergoes either a lockout or a strike. People take sides. The fans, are they blaming the players? Are they blaming the owners? Which side is being greedier? Whose fault is it that this is going on and they can't watch their favorite sport or their favorite team? Well, another MLB lockout may be coming soon. As a matter of fact, it looks rather likely. So this is via Bob Nightingale of USA Today. He writes that it remains unknown how firm MLB's stance will be seeking a salary cap in the next collective bargaining agreement, but one owner believes they have 75% of the votes needed to call for a lockout if the current system isn't changed after the 2026 season. You have to believe a lot of owners aren't exactly happy about how the Los Angeles Dodgers seemingly got so many notable free agents just a year after they paid Shohei Ohtani all of that money. I mean, their payroll is just absurd. Of course, the Mets, Steve Cohen. So definitely a top-heavy salary for the top teams compared to the lower teams such as the Marlins and the White Sox. While the player union insisted it would never approve a salary cap, several club executives believe a potential viable alternative would be to strip teams of valuable draft picks instead of simply penalizing teams monetarily. Something has to change, one executive said, but we also need to have a payroll floor too to keep owners from just skimming their revenue sharing money and not putting it back into the team. I can't necessarily disagree with that. I mean, I am a Miami Marlins fan, and it's kind of crazy how they just ignore free agency. I mean, they signed Cal Quantrill, and that was pretty much it this past off season. And the Dodgers have something like 6.5 times higher payroll than the Marlins. So this was a little while back. So this via awful announcing. Ken Rosenthal of The Athletic and MLB Network estimates 90% chance MLB locks out players in 2026. So it was part of a podcast. Oh, MLB on Fox, sorry. Part of their podcast, awful announcing. I'm not going to play it, but the quote, see, quite high. And if I wanted to put a number on it, I would say 90%. Rosenthal admitted, doesn't mean we're going to miss games. Doesn't even mean we'll get to the point where it's extended lockout. But the commissioner is already on the record with Evan as saying, we think lockouts could be a good thing, healthy the process. I mean, I guess it could be a good thing. I understand what Manfred is saying, but if it makes improvements to the game, sure, but fans are definitely impatient. They don't want to have to wait too long. Not every lockout or strike is going to cause missed games. If you recall, 2022, the lockout, just really what it did was postpone opening day to a later date. Trying to remember how much sooner it was, how much later it was than it was supposed to be, but it wasn't too much longer as MLB came to an agreement. But yeah, there's a lot of, and there's a lot of debate amongst fans. Was what the Dodgers are doing good for baseball, especially when you see teams seemingly cheap out. And as mentioned, pretty much every other North American sport has that salary cap. NFL, NHL, NBA, MLS all have salary caps. MLB does not. And yes, they do penalize teams money for going over certain thresholds, but, not deterring teams like the Mets, Dodgers, a few others as well. So what are your thoughts? Do you think a lockout is all but assured for 2026, meaning after this season, that we should be, possibly heading to one, and it'll be disappointing, but, there's still time to perhaps figure something out. But anyhow, don't forget to subscribe. Tell a friend, and subscribe. Like the video, share the video, hit the bell for notifications. I'm out.